All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're here today to install this AK trigger, ALG Defense AK trigger ultimate with the lightning bolt. All right, bag of parts. And we'll be doing it today on this here M70. All right, it is clear and unloaded, of course. Yeah, see that? ZPAP M70, 762x39. All right. First thing I want to do is check this trigger weight. And to do that, I'm going to be using my Wheeler digital pull weight gauge. Let's see if battery's any good. I got a bad habit of not turning it off. Let's see what we got here. Yep, I did it again. All right, guys and gals, I'm back. Got me some batteries. Can y'all see that? Got me some batteries. Yep. So, what we want to do is we just want to make sure. I want to see what kind of pull weight we get in on this this trigger here. £3, 12.8 ounces. Let's see what mode are we in. Peak. All right, 3.128. .9, 3 pounds 9 ounces rather. £3, 10 ounces. Alright, and then let's see here what we get. Last one. £3, 12 ounces. So our max was £3, 12.8 ounces. Our minimum was £3, 9.4 ounces. All right, so next we just need to start disassembling this thing here. All right. Alright, I forgot about this little button over here. That would be helpful to remember. So, record assembly. Check out that piston, bolt carrier. There goes the safety. Let that go. Need a pair of needle nose here. Alright, y'all, we're gonna take these hammer springs. Be very careful with these hammer springs, they will bite you. We'll take a nice little bite out you. Do I have something to secure it? Ooh, 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 ooh. Supplies. Who have all of the supplies? I guess for the time being, I'll use this right here. Rubber band is usually cool, but I couldn't find one, so. Couldn't find a zip tie either. Zip tie would have probably been way better also. But I'll use what I got here. Got those secured. Go ahead and push this trigger pin out. Come on. Can't forget this pin right here. Piece that holds the pins in. This little bar right here. Alright, now we can push the pin out. Be careful because with the trigger there is also a little spring. Spring right there, right, and that's what holds the tension together like that. All right, so next we're going to take out this other pin. The hammer pin. Right there. All right. Then you gotta turn on sideways. And that's why you want to capture it with something, rubber band, zip tie, something like that. Wipe down in there. Don't necessarily need to, but all right. All right, that's disassembly. All right, guys, so the next step in the instructions, looking at this trigger here, is determine if we need to use the roll pin right here to engage with the safety. Right, so what we have to do is have to drop the trigger in, get it in this regular position. Run the pin all the way through. There we go. We do get some movement there. Moves loose and free. And then let's put the safety in here. Do a test fit on the safety. All right, so the safety goes in, but what I'm noticing is that when we do put it on safe, which is more like my sister's calling. All right, safe is more like here. Safe would be here. Trigger still moves. So what that means is that we do need this roll pin in that space. So that's what we're gonna do next. Right after I call my little sister back. Oh, I didn't ever stop. Okay, so cool. What we're trying to do is get this little piece, this little roll pin, into this slot here. Okay, apparently I need to get my trigger in here a little bit better. All right. Well, damn. Now I see why they give you two. So I'm trying to get this little roll pin right into this little hole here. I do actually have a roll pin punch. I almost need a third set of hands, fourth set of hands to get this in here. Let's see if I can. All right, guys and gals, one thing about being a gunsmith, you do have a number of tools, and I purchase tools as I need them, and then they come in handy. So y'all can't tell, this is a hollow tip here, and it fits right in there, like that. So I believe these are roll pin starter punches. So I'm gonna use this to start my roll pin. Oh, not quite. Why is this thing so wiggly? Maybe go down. Maybe that's a little bit better. Roll pin. Let's get it lined up right. There we go. Hey, right tools, right time. So, pick back up my regular roll pin. So then where did I do with my roll pin punch? This goes back in here. Same like my regular punches. What did I do with the roll pin punch? I'm definitely missing. But it's all right, guys and gals. I'll look for that later. It's probably something right here, right in my face. I'm probably just missing it. But then you look at this punch, and this punch has a little bit of a tip to it. You see that rounded tip versus flat tips. You can see, kind of. Excuse me, guys. Guys and gals. So what that little tip does is help keeps the punch aligned so that, here it is. Found them both. This one you can see just a little bit better. Yep. All right, so we got the roll pin in and now we're back to testing. All right, guys and gals. Was able to get the roll pin into the safety spot. All right, and so now we're gonna go back and test again the fitment of this trigger and the engagement with the safety. Safety. All right, there we go. Now, okay. So now it does engage the safety. Forward. Safety will not go down. All right, so that let us know we got a little bit more to push in on this trigger. So we're gonna swap this out. You guys, and so we're going to use the vise. The vise is a lot more controllable than the hammer. I can get smooth, even pressure on it. Let's make sure I got it lined up there. Just a little bit more, I believe. Oh. Make sure I'm still actually in the vise. There we go. I feel like I need to go a little bit more. Oh, hold on, it's not even in there good enough. All right, there we go. Just a little bit more. All right. Let's see here. Tap on it just a tiny bit. All right, let's see if we got enough movement. Trigger pin. All right, there we go, triggers in. Safety right here. Triggers forward. Still quite not enough. Let's see. Hammer. Nope, that's not it. Thought maybe it was just a tiny bit. Maybe. I don't want to break nothing. All right, so let's go back. Roll pin punch here. See if that wasn't enough, then we'll take it back out and give it a closer look. See, nope, not even close. All right, so let's take a pause. All right, guys and gals, what I do with the trigger? Okay, so got the pin entered in the trigger, right? So y'all see about how high it is. Had to file on it a little bit because of course it was already bottomed out. You can't really tell without a lot of light, but let's see here. See if it fits. If it fits, we're good. If not, we're going to do some more filing on that little piece. All right, safety in. Both holes. All right, trigger should be forward. All right, we got more play than we did before. Safety off. Trigger moves. Safety on. Trigger doesn't move, but is that quite safe? Alright, so not quite. A tad bit more, and I think we'll be good. And y'all may be able to see where it's hitting. Can y'all see? It's kind of shiny right there a little bit.